Good evening. You are watching Reporter's Diary on the Echo of India's digital platform. And before we move ahead with the reporters' updates, let me share with you the important points which are in news today. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh today lauded the army for its way of handling the current security environment in a clear reference to the border standoff with China in eastern Ladakh. Singh also said that the government will leave no stone unturned to add strength to the country's armed forces. Top army commanders are carrying out a comprehensive review of India's combat readiness along the line of actual control with China, as well as the situation in Jammu and Kashmir at a 4-day conference that began on Monday. Attacking the Nitish Kumar led suspension over the incident of firing at Munger, the Congress party compared the Bihar Chief Minister with General Daya and sought his apology. Congress spokesperson Abhishek Sanghvi said human beings were treated as animals and worms by the police in Munger when they beat up devotees, taking out Durga idols cruelly and mercilessly. One person was killed and over 2 dozen people, including security personnel, were injured in firing and stone pelting during the immersion of Durga idols in Bihar's Munger on Tuesday, the police said. Parliamentary Committee's chairperson Meenakshi Lekhi today said that the explanations by microblogging site Twitter on showing Ladakh as part of China are inadequate and the act amounts to criminal offence, attracting imprisonment of 7 years. Representatives of Twitter appeared before the Joint Committee of Parliament on Data Protection Bill 2019 and were questioned by the members on showing Ladakh as part of China. Lekhi said the committee was unanimous in its opinion that Twitter's explanation on showing Ladakh as part of China was inadequate. The Directorate General of Civil Aviation DGCA today said that suspension of scheduled international passenger flights has been extended till November 30th amid the coronavirus pandemic. However, the international scheduled flights may be allowed on selected routes by the competent authority on a case-to-case basis, the Indian aviation regulator said in a circular. Terming its border standoff with India as a bilateral issue, China today asked the US to stop its Indo-Pacific strategy, terming it as an attempt to impose American hegemony in the region. The remarks by the Chinese Foreign Ministry came a day after Secretary of State Mike Pompeo assured India that the US stands firmly with it to confront threats to its sovereignty. The top US diplomat's remarks came after the third edition of the Indo-US dialogue in New Delhi, during which the two sides deliberated prominently upon the India-China border row and situation in the Indo-Pacific region. And now we have reporters' updates for different regions.
Good evening, this is Debanjan Mukherjee from Kolkata, and the news updates from this region this evening are: Governor Jagdeep Dhankar is scheduled to leave for New Delhi this evening, and he is likely to have a meeting with Home Minister Amit Shah on Thursday. As according to sources, the governor will be discussing the present political situation in West Bengal with the Home Minister, and after that he is scheduled to leave for Darjeeling for a month. According to sources, the governor will be staying at the Governor House in Darjeeling from November 1 to November 30, and during this period he is scheduled to have some activities there. And in another development, Durga Puja pandal or a marquee was completely gutted. This morning the incident happened in FD block in Salt Lake. In the wee hours of Wednesday, the pandal was completely gutted in fire, and State Fire Services Minister Sujit Bose rushed to the spot. A forensic team also came to the spot, and investigation is still going on to find out the reason behind this fire incident. That's all from Kolkata this evening.
Good evening, this is Ashmita Mondal presenting you news updates from Shiliguri and Gangtok. One development that I would like to mention here is that a huge rally comprising mainly supporters of Binay Tamang faction of JGMM and others parties was organized at Kalimpong, protesting against threatening poster put up there which said that now supporters of Binay Tamang will be chased away by violent crowds. And addressing the rally, the leaders warned supporters of Bimal Grung against all types of violence and said that those who would try to initiate the peaceful atmosphere in the hills would be severely dealt with.
Viewers, this is all we have in Reporters Diary this evening. Thanks for watching.